Hello and welcome to another farm tutorial by Gladia. Today we are going to be making a blaze farm. So in order to make one of these, you're going to need a blaze spawner. They're usually located on the upper level of another fortress. There's kind of a little wing with some stairs, and you get a little room like this with the blaze spawner in it. This is a little bit dangerous to make in survival modes, so be prepared to be creative on how you're going to actually make this, because, yeah, one of those easier said than done things. So as far as what you need to make this, well, in the end, you're going to need a sword. I'd recommend Sharpness 5, Looting 3, Sweeping Edge 3, Mending and Unbreaking 3, and Fire Aspect I don't think does anything, but there was a spare enchanting space, so I used it. You're also going to need some glass blocks, 2 chests. So yeah, you're going to need some sort of block and slabs that won't get blown up. Iron bars, you can just use blocks, but I like to be able to see in. We're also going to need some trapdoors, some glowstone, and 5 hoppers. So to start this off, I want to decrease my blaze spawns. So 1 space away from the spawner, I'm gonna put some glowstone, and I'm just gonna kind of do a pattern like this out of glowstone. It's gonna need to get extended a little farther because, as you can see, blazes still spawn out there. But that's a problem for in just a moment here. So I'm going to start by turning this into a 9x9 room. So to do that, I need to destroy some of the stuff that is in my way. Okay, so now that I have that stuff gone, I'm going to come out... so I need to... Yeah, I gotta... To make this 9x9, I gotta come out, and the 5th block away from the spawner, I am going to come up 3 high. Which I should have probably done slightly differently, but and on top of that, I am going to put a slab. And then I'm going to continue these slabs around, making the 9x9 room out of slabs. Well, for a ceiling, because I don't want other mobs to be able to spawn on top of this. Okay, and then I'm just going to fill this in to make the roof nice and solid. Okay, so now that we have that done, I'm actually going to remove those 2 blocks and put in 2 wide of glass. So there'll be a row around the outside of this that will look like this. Okay, so once we have our floor in, we're gonna need some more glowstone in here. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of placing it in alternating places so that it lights everything up to a level where blazes won't spawn. Blazes can spawn with a light level of 11, so this should stop all blazes from spawning in the farm. So from this point on, until I remove those blocks, I'm not going to have to worry about blazes spawning. So, the next thing I'm going to do is take my iron bars and create some walls out of them. So so I'm just going to go around the room, placing these, and making some nice walls. Okay, so once your walls are completed, it's time to dig down a little more. So we're gonna dig this down another 2. And hopefully, like me, your blaze spawner is on a pillar so that you're able to dig down. If not, get creative, and I'm sure there's another approach that will work out. Okay, and now that that is done, I'm gonna get one more row of glass in here. I think I actually need to dig down one more so that I can get at what I need to, though. Okay, there we go, much better. Okay, so then... I guess I lied. We want to dig this down even more. And these are just some leftover blazes from earlier that I didn't knock off. Because, yeah, I was sitting here AFK for a while before starting this. Okay, so then in your corners, we're going to want to come another block in with glass. And then we're going to want to come one more row down. And then we're going to need to start digging again. Okay, so on this next level, since we only want this 4 wide, wherever you feel like placing these is okay, but we need to come in one more little batch like that. Okay, so that should be what we need. And even though it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt, I'm going to climb back up here later. So we want to come down another, I believe, yeah, I think just 2 spots. And I'm going to clear out a lot of this nether brick because I want to be able to make a room down here. Okay, and now it is time to grab our chest. So directly beneath this block, I think, is... I believe that's where my chest is gonna go. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a double chest in here and dig out one spot behind it and put a hopper into that chest. Then I'm gonna put a hopper into that hopper and 3 more hoppers that all connect to that one so that everything gets funneled into this chest. And on top of these hoppers, I am going to want to put some slabs. Although, yeah, I'll just put them all in right now. I'm going to remove, that piece of glass, and that should... Nope, gonna have to remove one more to get up here. Okay, so that should allow me access back up there, at least temporarily. Okay, then, however you want to do this is up to you. Since I want to be able to see into my farm from everywhere, I am going to again be using iron bars. You are more than welcome to use whatever you want, though. But we need to make some walls that connect up to the top. So the first thing to be able to do that is I'm going to extend this room out so that it's the same size as the ceiling. Okay, and for this kill room, you do not need it to be anywhere near as big as I have it here. I would recommend having at least 2 spaces out past the hoppers. Anything over that is unnecessary, but I like having a bigger space, so I made it bigger. Okay, now to put some walls in. Okay, so again, you can use solid blocks if you want. I will personally want to use iron bars, so I'm going to use them. Okay, so now that my walls are all in, I probably should have done this earlier, but I'm gonna dig a little path back into my nether fortress just so that I can actually get into this farm in the future. And I think it's almost ready to go. Oh, I biffed bad. Oops. That's not good. Yeah, that's really not good. Oh, okay. Nah, it could be worse. Okay, so I made a minor mistake, and I actually want to fill that in like that, because I had the wrong drop-off down there. So that should be better. So now, while all this glowstone is still in place, I'm going to come around with some trapdoors and place a trapdoor on each of these blocks like this, and just go around putting trapdoors everywhere. I know this isn't the most efficient funneling method. There's probably a better way to get these guys to fall down, but the best I've been able to come up with is just letting them wander around until they take the plunge because of one of these trapdoors. And then you also want to do the same thing down here. So put 4 trapdoors in like this, and all of your blazes should be able to fall now. And with that being said, it is time to activate this farm and hope for the best. As soon as you start destroying this glowstone, guys will spawn, so beware and be ready. And with the way I told people to make this, you are going to need to put 1 block in so that you can jump up here. I just flew, but yeah, jumping up works. And then come down and replace the 2 missing glass blocks. And your blazes should, if all goes well, start falling down in here. They are a little slow. This is definitely not the most efficient farm, but it is functional and will definitely get you a lot of blaze rods. So even though there's not a... I guess I'm going to AFK for a second and let this fill up with a few blazes. Okay, so it looks like I've had a few blazes jump down here. As you can see, some are still just kind of wandering around up there. They'll make it down eventually. Just like that. But so once they're down here, you can just kind of run a circle around this thing, hitting the blazes as you need to, and you should be able to do it pretty safely. All experience should be able to be collected, and any drops... Oh, that's... Should have removed this when I was in creative. Can't open my chest with that there. Okay. So now when you open the chest, there's the blaze rods that have been gathered. If you have looting on your sword, this farm is going to be much more effective. Well, I guess that's about it for this video. Hopefully everyone found it useful. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and enjoy some Minecraft. Till next time.